Hey, I just got here and it's time to talk about Mushoku Tensei and the third turning point, which I don't think we were ready, or at least I wasn't ready, even though we knew from last week's preview Turning Point 3 is coming. My expectations were like physical, so to say, like something big was going to happen, like they were gonna get attacked. Another violent thing, if you remember, first turning point was the teleportation incident. The second one was Orsted basically destroying Rudy. But this one wasn't as big as those two turning points, but it felt heavier in a way because it's much more tied to the roots of Mushoku Tensei, the character, the relationship between characters here, and family. And this one hit harder but in a different way, so let's get into it and talk about it. Now, Rudy, after last week, the emotional episode that we had last week, we see how much life has gotten better for him. He's on much better terms with Norn. They get along very well right now. They're gonna work together to help Rui Jordan with his reputation of the superb. Rudy's trying to write a book, and Norn is gonna happen. I like her enthusiasm. She felt so good, Norn, in this episode, and she was the key throughout everything here. And while Rudy's and Norn relationship is kind of typical brother, small sister, like in a way, he is very overprotective of her. They got very close. We have the other typical brother sister relationship where one sister kind of controls the big brother. Aisha has him wrapped around her little finger. Because also I like the initiative from him. He asked her, hey, do you need any help? Do you want me to do anything? Maybe I'm spending too much time with Norn or with the family or anything there. And she's like, just want to get paid. And yeah, okay. She wants to plant some seeds there, and just maybe we need to buy some earth also. Rudy suggested, no, I just want some earth from your magic. And every request she had, she was making those puppy eyes, the cute face there. Aisha knows how to bargain, to say the least, and she knows how to get what she wants from Rudy there. And here we see life with the sisters is pretty good there. Rudy and Nanahoshi working on their experiments. They're slowly working up to getting a human to cross over there at the stage to try with organic matter. He gets a reward scroll with lamplight circle that can summon some light around him. But here we see it kind of hits you a bit the more you're watching this episode. And I'm sure you even experienced something like this in real life. When life is too good, like you're in the back of your head, something is going to happen. The other shoe is going to drop here. And then we see Julie and Zanoba. They get along very well there. Zanoba actually made his first figurine. I'm very proud of him. Good on you, Zanoba. And he gifted it to Julie. I love Julie so much. She needs to be protected there. We have Ginger staying around to still support Zanoba. Cliff also working on the cure for Alina Liz. He found a limited one. It needs some work, and it looks like a chastity belt. Like, that's a heavy duty industrial chastity belt. Let's use it on you, Rudy, and experiment for it how to work. For the barely got over erectile dysfunction. He has to work on the chastity belt for them to make it smaller and work on the draining of mana there. But props to Cliff. He said he's gonna do it. He went ahead and did it here, and I do hope between him and Elena Liz it's not gonna happen. We're gonna get to the Elena Liz part here. This is why the first part of the episode was so wholesome, so good. We see finally Rudy having this dream, everything he wanted, family life, having everything he wished. Things were looking more than good together, enjoying life, the routine there. And then it got even better. He gets some amazing news. Sylvie is pregnant, and she was so cute when she told him the face he had there, his reaction. He was happy, dumbstruck at the same time. He didn't know how to react, but something he wanted his entire life. Probably here them hugging there, having that small kiss just brought a tear to my eye. I love them. They're so cute together there. And Aisha in the background, you know she's pregnant now, so be careful with the sex. But yeah, family life is really good for Rudy here, to say the least. And we have Ariel supporting them, also giving 2 years off for Sylvie from the Guardian duties. Elena Alice is gonna take over as the Guardian, and here is where Rudy starts thinking of his family, also Paul, the other ones there being around the dinner table, that image, and was like, okay, when is gonna happen? I was getting ready. When is this going to hit? And yeah, that's when it hits, because he gets a letter from Geese, not from Paul. Key point, which I'm really curious why it came from Geese and not from Paul. Zenith rescue difficult. Send help. And yeah, here it is. I've been thinking about Zenith even back in part 1 when he got that letter, like she is well off and so on there. Everybody thought, and even Rudy assumed, that they're gonna be okay. Paul went to help there, but there's something more with Zenith. I do hope they're gonna be able to help her, but here is where he has a very difficult choice to make, and I don't know how you make this choice. Like, it's very easy when you're on the background to say, yeah, I'm gonna go help, but then we also have the human god coming in. I hate that fucker so much. I wanna slap him. I hope at some point in the story he's just gonna get a punch to the face. I don't care if he does anything, just for the satisfaction. He shows up and tells him the same thing. Don't go to the Begarit continent. Don't go no matter what. You're going to regret it here. And kind of puts it into perspective for Rudy. If you go, what's going to happen to Sylvie, Norn, Aisha, your family, your kids, everything? And no matter what you choose, you're gonna regret it. If you go for Zenith, you're gonna miss time with your family. You're not gonna be there to protect them. Or not just protect them. Just be there, see your kids growing up, your sister, your family, spend time with them, etc, etc. But if you don't go, you're probably not gonna be able to help your family, Zenith especially there. So this is very, very hard, and he's trying that. I hate the human god so much. Keep pushing the buttons there. And I like how Rudy put it perfectly. You never lied to me, but that doesn't mean you didn't deceive me. That's a very key and important thing. Even though he was telling the truth, he is holding things back and manipulating things in his favor. There's no way I'm believing the human god is the good guy. No way. And he keeps trying to make it better, this offer. If you stay here, you're gonna miss a great opportunity. And he has some questionable advice this time, to say the least. The next mating season is gonna come, and Linia and Pursen are gonna challenge you, have relationships with them, and you're gonna reach greater heights. Now, no, Rudy instantly flat out refuses, doesn't want to cheat on Sylvie there, but what is that advice there, man? God, you're really trying to keep him here. So yeah, he has to make this impossible choice right now. And I like how Sylvie was okay with it. Like, when she saw him having those nightmares, thinking of the letter, telling him, don't worry about me there, he instantly, no, I'm gonna stay here with you. It's so hard. I can't even imagine myself putting into that position. How do you choose between your family and your family at the same time? How do you make that choice? You see him going back and forth, trying to rationalize, if I go, this is not gonna work out. If I don't go, this is not gonna, just back and forth with everything just going through your head. I'm sure all of us have experienced something like this here. And Elena Alice was willing to sacrifice everything to be the one to go, even break up with Cliff there, to let him down easily, so Rudy could stay with his family, and Sylvie could also stay with Rudy. Just, this is why Elena Alice is great. I feel like a lot of people dismiss her as this just whore, simply she just likes to fuck, but after the reveal with her being Sylvie's grandmother, and how much she cares for people, and how much she's also suffered because of this curse, she has quickly become one of my all-time favorite characters in the series. She's way too willing to self-sacrifice herself every time here, and I do hope her and Cliff are going to work out, and him asking all of them for advice. Zanoba simply, I'm gonna support you, I trust you, I don't wanna hold you back. If you ask me to go with you, I'll go with you, but I'm not used to travel there. I don't wanna leave Julie behind. Having Zanoba to care about somebody else other than himself, that's a huge accomplishment here with Julie. Rudy again, back and forth. Am I gonna go? Am I not gonna go there? But the key was Norn here. Norn is such a great character. You have Aisha, who's this overachiever. Norn is kind of like the normal character, like the one that makes the normal, the human choices, so to say, everything she does. But she's so good at being kind of like this linchpin that holds everything together in a way. She wanted to sneak out to leave. She had her backpack, everything to go on a trip, but she runs into Rudy, lost in thought on the steps there outside, and she was willing to go in his stead. I love Norn so much. She needs to be protected the same way as Julie, if not more, honestly. Both of them, protect both of them there. And she says the obvious things out loud. Why aren't you going? Why? You're strong, you can do this, why aren't you going? And this helps him make the choice to finally go. He decides to go. I'm going to save our family, and this is probably the best choice here, going against the human god. Fuck you, human god, and him saving Zenith here. I do hope everything is gonna be okay, leaving them behind. Sylphie, Norn, Aisha, Zanoba, Julie, Cliff, Elena Liz, the princess, everybody else that I'm not thinking of right now. But it's time to also think of Zenith. But feels like we're gonna be getting into some troubles right now, to say the least. I don't know what exactly is happening with Zenith. Why didn't Paul send the letter? Wasn't he able to send it? Or maybe it was like, I don't want to burden Rudy, or maybe something along those lines, being a bit overprotective. Or did something also happen to Paul here? Why was Geese the one that sent the letter here? I have so many questions, it's insane. But yeah, this has been a great turning point, very different in a way from the previous turning point that we had in the series before. But this one, like I said at the start of the video, hits harder because it's an impossible choice, and Rudy had to make it, and then also stick with it, because there's gonna be regrets no matter what. Even if nothing happens to Sylphie, the family here that he has built, he still misses that time with his family, seeing the kids grow up, seeing his sister grow up, they're being there with Sylphie after they finally got together. So there's gonna be regrets no matter what. But I feel like you're probably gonna regret it more if you don't go save your mother, or hey, even your father there with Paul and everybody else that is in the search party. But it feels like we're gonna be getting the action that everybody has been asking for and complaining that there's not enough action in Mushoku Tensei, which I agree, but I also disagree. I have been loving this arc focused on the characters. Even the first erectile dysfunction arc has been great. The school arc, everything, seeing Rudy grow here, all of the other characters, and here finally getting back, so to say, to the action and the more violent things that Mushoku also has been known for. So I'm very excited, but also very scared what's going to happen next. I'm really curious what you guys thought about this turning point. How does it compare with the other ones for you? And how would you have made this choice? Would you have been able to make this choice? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot. And you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Mushoku Tensei. I can't wait for next week. Bye bye.